there are so many gimbal brands out there, and basically they are doing the same thing, kind of. I mean, stabilize your shots. But this one is pretty nice. This is from, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Accsoon or Accsoon. Anyway, I call it Accsoon according to the English name and my pronunciation, my accent. Now first, this is a 3.6 kilogram payload, that kind of gimbal. Fully disclosed, they are one of my sponsors to make my photo killer trip possible. But this review is not included in the deal, so I told them I would say whatever I want, whatever I think that's fair about this gimbal. But I tried it and actually it is pretty good. I tried it because so that this is just an empty box actually. Oh, so let's see. Alright, so what's in this box? It comes with a case like this. No, not like this, exactly this. It is actually quite tiny. You got everything you need. So this is the quick release plate with a lens support, which is pretty good. Oh, there's the gimbal. And I like that it got this tripod. I'll show you later. It charges the battery with USB. I like things that charge with USB. It's just the way forward. It's actually not the way forward now. One thing about this case is that although it's made to order for this gimbal, after you use it, after you adjust all these balancing bits, most of the time it's not possible to put it back into this case. You have to adjust this again to put it back. So next time when you use it, you have to adjust, you have to balance it every single time. Now setting this up, the basic construction is really similar to a lot of gimbal, which is it kind of like a torch. You put two like big batteries in the torch body, that kind of like those torch from the 80s. Basically this is it. The body is circular. It's just those cylinder kind of shape. It don't have those ergonomic design. A lot of gimbal, before that you have to like balance it when your hands is holding it, when you set it up, something like that, you can't put it down. Now a lot of them, actually most of gimbal give you a tripod like this. Now one really new trend of gimbal is that this motor is down here, not up there. And I like this one. This one is one of those you can set up this motor on the right side. On the left side, it's sturdy, it's well made. This style is really nice to use. Maybe a little bit plasticky is this style. This could be made better. No, I don't mean plastic is a problem itself. This button, it just feels a bit cheap. And this power button can control your camera to start recording or take photo, which is good. It supports quite a lot of cameras. And there's a zoom button. For now, it only works with Sony camera with power zoom. But again, this is that kind of control that I keep complaining about, is that just one mode button to control the mode. And then you have to remember, press once for something, twice for something. And then it's just these two LED lights, it's just flash in different color to tell you what mode is it in. That it's just, I just have to remember all that. One thing is, when it said this is a Manfrotto compatible plate, in fact it won't fit. I've confirmed with Accsoon that it's a mistake, which they will correct to the website soon. Well, just like all of the gimbal out there, you have to balance it now, and it's pretty easy to do. There's one more thing, that is an auto tune. Not that kind of auto tune. Auto tune is to set up each motor's power so that it don't do those kind of vibration, jittering, that kind of thing, so it don't vibrate. I mean, now actually it's only quite, I don't feel any jittering. Just to be sure, they recommend you to do auto tune. Actually really easy, just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the motor would do some kind of like tickle a bit, some clicks, and that's it. So this is working now. So it's doing what a gimbal should do, give you steady shots. Yes, every gimbal out there can do this. Let's just save some time and cut right to what's special about this gimbal anyway. I have been using this perfectly balanced. Now what if I purposely make it unbalanced? quite dangerous doing it single-handed. Alright, now it's obviously front heavy. Now I turn it on. Now this is really unbalanced, right? When I turn this off, a lot of gimbal was like, just like off immediately. Now when I turn this off though, hold for 2 seconds, off, it slowly put it down. So this is what happened for most other gimbal would like. Let me demonstrate this again. On and off. It's just slowly put it down. This is really nice. Alright, not the first one to have this, I know, but it's still nice, alright. It also got this motion control thing. You can set multiple key points. Now it's just 2. One from there and then one stop there. And every single time it will repeat the path exactly the same every single time. Yeah, so you can do something like this if you want. That's something I forgot about to mention about is this USB cable. What this USB cable do is that it connect to the gimbal here and then connect to your camera. It supports quite a lot of different cameras. Now it can control your camera for taking photos and video from this button, or also do time-lapse. Now with this app, you can go to, when I mention time-lapse, I mean motion time-lapse. Also, I set up the start point and go to the next one, or in this case, just 2. The great thing is the gimbal stops for every single shot, so it won't ruin your shot even if you are using slow shutter speed. Now another thing is that the app is really good. When you turn it on, it just either go to this home page or it asks you to connect. So I click connect, tap, and that's it. It's connecting, that's it, it's already working. Joystick, working fine. The thing is when you go to something more complicated like creative and then do time-lapse, all the information is already in the app. Especially when you try to do firmware upgrade, this works just like it should be. You just do it with the app. You don't have to plug it to your computer. You don't have to install something else on your computer, plug in USB to upgrade it. It's just all in the app and it's done in like 1 minute. The latest firmware also lets you set tilt angle by tilted with your hand. New added selfie mode. And this is the inception mode. No button press, simply turn it into flashlight mode and then use the D-pad to rotate. Yeah, I should have removed my strap, but I just lazy, right? All in all, it's a really good gimbal. A 3.6 kilogram payload gimbal like this, and it works on the RX100 Mark VI. Now there are a little bit of things that I hope that they will improve it, maybe next model, something like that. Like the grip is not ideal. It's just a circular, and there's no rubber bit to make it easier to grip. I've also mentioned I would love to have a little bit more LED light here to display what mode I'm in. Maybe even a LED display rather than just a few lights. Actually, it would be even better if this USB provide power to the camera. Also like the idea from DJI, if there's a trigger in front and that I can hold an angle without changing mode. So this is the Accsoon A1-S. It's a pretty basic gimbal. It don't have like follow focus style, it don't have a display, but what it does pretty well. So if you're interested, check it out. It's always nice to have one more option and a cheap one like this. A cheap one and one that works well. You young kids get it so easy these days, having these relatively cheap equipments on your disposal. So create something good, kids.